Good day. We are here to present the Case Analysis 1, Memphis Police Department, presented by Vince Ferdelan Siquena and Wendell Seda. And here is our infographics about Memphis Police Department. Case Analysis. Smart Policy. Through such smart policing approaches, MPD has reduced the overall crime volume in Memphis by 30%, making life safer for the citizens that were demanding it. Using analytical framework. Using this crime data, Janikowski's job was to develop an analytical framework that would be used as the basis for a pilot program, the results of which would shed light on which analytical and operational approaches worked and which didn't. 500 patrol officers. It was widely acknowledged that the MPD needed to add another 500 patrol officers to offset a growth in criminal activity, but that would take nearly 6 years to achieve. Crime hotspots. Looking at multi-layer maps that show crime hotspots, commanders can see not only current activity levels, but also any shifts in such activities that may have resulted from previous changes in policing deployment and tactics. Crime rates. Since Blue Crush was rolled out citywide, it has produced a sharp and sustained impact on crime rates in Memphis, including a more than 30% reduction in serious crime and a 15% reduction in violent crime. Conviction rate. As a result of the subsequent realignment of police resources, the FAU's conviction rate rose fourfold from 16% to nearly 17%. Identify how the opportunity was identified and explain why this solution was feasible. When Memphis Police Services Director Larry Godwin searched for fresh approaches to stemming the flood of crime, he discovered the chance. He drew out a scenario that included rising crime rates, frozen and shrinking budgets, and mounting discontent among Memphis residents to provide a clear picture. Janikowski, who was present at the conference and is an expert in the field of analytics, was mentioned as a resource that the Memphis Police Department should wisely direct. Placing it at the appropriate location at the appropriate time and date made this solution was possible. The department's unwavering cooperation made it possible. Police departments typically keep their data to themselves due to its private nature. However, the Memphis department provided Janikowski and his colleagues with important crime data. Explain why data understanding and data preparation are important in this predictive analytics solution. In this prediction model, data preparation and knowledge are crucial. Because this solution is attempting to address a problem, it is called an analytic solution. The Memphis Police Department's shortcomings. Understanding data is the stage where the features of the data sources are revealed. Division as now is the time to check the accuracy of the data they have accumulated over time, search for missing and anomalous values, as well as additional useless information that won't aid the forecasting model. As a next step upon comprehension of the team's raw data preparation in the stage of dealing with, they examine connect relevant tables. This stage would be the most important after gathering all the data in the database time consuming because this is where the connection between all of the data will be made happen. The team must follow these steps to produce an accurate predictive analytics solution. What was used as basis for the pilot program? The main crime statistics, which is typically used as the foundation for pilot programs, utilizes the crime statistics. This is about the methodical quantitative compared to crime news or tales. Results about crime are typically obtained by the victim study, also known as victimization statistical surveys, which depends on personal recollection and honesty, and law enforcement reports, which only reflect offenses that are reported, recorded and not subsequently cancelled. Janikowski's task was to create an analytical framework using this crime data that would serve as the foundation for a pilot program, the outcomes of which would reveal which analytical and operational techniques worked and which didn't.
Good day, I'm Vince Ferdinand Kenya, and I'm going to continue the discussion answering questions number 4 to 8. Number 4 question. What are the limitations of the predictive analytics solution that was provided? The Memphis Police Department has strengthened its crime fighting techniques with the help of predictive analytics solution, resulting in a better and safer community for their residents. They were able to assess incident trends throughout the community and effectively forecast hotspots to assign officers on the right day at the right time throughout the solution. That approach, however, was becoming less effective as they were unable to adapt the department's operational processes to fully capitalize on it. It is restricted in such a way that officers' insights are not utilized. Since officers are the one who's first in line or witnessing crimes, it is important that their knowledge is being adapted into the program to develop accurate prediction. MPD needs to add 500 patrol officers to counterbalance the growing crime rates, but it will take up to 6 years. Perhaps the limitations of this project is the budget, which is why each commander has an allocated resources, and it is with their own decision on how they will use their resources aligned with the intelligence provided by the solution. Next question. How was analytics culture built at Memphis PD? The analytics culture was built when the need to stimulate fresh ideas on how to reverse a rising tide of crime arose. Larry Godwin said that they needed something to counter the rising number of crimes around their jurisdiction. This is where Richard Janikowski entered. Janikowski saw the opportunity to put into practice the simple yet powerful principle that if you focus police resources intelligently by putting them in the right place on the right day at the right time, good things are going to happen. He also added, you'll either deter criminal activity or you're going to catch people. Using the crime data, Janikowski's developed an analytical framework that was used as the basis for the pilot program, the results of which shed light on which analytical and operational approaches worked and which didn't. As stated, a few months later, the pilot program became an effective way to help them catch criminals by identifying hotspots at a granular level. MPD made some 70 arrests in just the first 2 hours and a number normally made on an average weekend, and went on to make a total of 1,200 with crimes ranging from drugs to weapon charges to prostitution and other quality of life offenses. Number 6 question. Where were the data used for predictive modeling pulled from? The data used by the Memphis Police Department came from their crime data, and the department built a predictive model using their existing historical data. By using their historical data, the Memphis Police Department can classify what district or place has the highest crime rate percentage in the city and help in their decision making so more police can patrol in that certain area and to know when the best time for the criminals do their crime. Next question. What are the predictors? What is the target? The predictor is used to provide information on an associated dependent variable regarding a particular outcome, desired outcome, or target. The predictor is also the central element of the predictive analysis in this case. The predictor are the data that will help MPD on their problem. First predictor is the crime data that will help track the past crime rate patterns and the daily coordination between the crimes that are happening and the crimes that are reported at their department. Hence, predicting the future trend or potential crimes based on the data they have, this also correspond to their target, which is to lower the crime rate by identifying the crime patterns and predict where it could happen in order to respond faster. This is the second target of the MPD, to respond quickly, accurately, and wisely to the crimes happening around them. The second predictor is also part of the crime data but focuses more on the historical aspect of the crimes. The MPD implemented Blue Crush or criminal reduction utilizing statistical history, which is about gaining advantage through insight and agility. At the heart of it, it is a predictive model that incorporates fresh crime data from sources that range from the NPD records management system to video cameras monitoring events on the street. Blue Crush also lays bare underlying crime trends in the way that promotes an effective fast response as well as a deeper understanding of the longer-term factors that affect crime trends. And lastly, what is expected from the predictive model? Memphis Police Department's Blue Crush uses predictive analytics software to analyze past and present crime records in a faster way to identify hotspots and to better deploy officers to prevent crime. The software compiles and shows instant reports about the number of crime records in seconds, including incoming data sources from different officers pertaining to type of criminal offense, time of day, day of week, or various victim or offender characteristics. It is expected from this predictive model to show past response with regards to crime trends as well as deeper awareness regarding the patterns of crimes. In addition to that, it can also guide daily decisions that address criminal activity and place officers in a strategic position to prevent and respond to different crimes. Most importantly, they can integrate insights from the commanders to the patrol officers so that law enforcement will become smarter by adopting advanced ways to crime prevention that are made possible by Blue Crush. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.